welcome to 0 Day Sense. It's the podcast where there's two founders. We're going to journal our story in building a wooden purse brand and have fun doing it. I'm Jason. I'm a woodworker.
And I am Chelsea. I'm a designer.
Nice. Well, Chelsea, this is episode number 1.
I know. What
0
are we
Day
doing?
Sense. Yeah. Well, before we get into kind of, what we want to talk about today and the title of the show, I got you a little present.
Okay.
So why don't you open
I'm
up the
very
box?
excited about
This
this
is what we're
present.
drinking today. So
I'm so
let's
excited.
see.
Okay. Oh. That's the sound of the box opening. Oh my God. Is this the one? Yes.
I don't know. I have many.
This is the one that's like really smooth and smoky.
Yeah.
So, okay, if you're not watching and just listening, we are going to be drinking whiskey every single episode. It might be the same whiskey. It could be a different whiskey every single
Yeah,
time.
it'll kick up the notch a little bit for us.
Yeah, but Jason and I are both huge fans of Del Bach, which is a locally distilled whiskey here in Tucson. And so he brought Del Bach Bottled in Bond, the classic.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this one's really good.
Yeah.
I'm super excited.
Absolutely.
All right.
So pour it out here. Oh. Nice. Well, while you're doing that.
I'm trying to do this like around the microphone.
While you're doing that. I know, right? We're getting used to all the mics.
Let the clumsy one do it. That's fine.
Yeesh.
How many fingers? Not that I'm even...
Yeah, whatever you think.
We're
Oh my
just gonna
goodness
pour
gracious. That's a heavy pour.
Are you taking it?
It's going to be a fun podcast.
I'm going to pour just as heavy in this one. Have you met me?
Yeah, right?
Oh, God.
Now you're knocking over lights.
I told you I'm the clumsy one.
I'm telling you, people are going to listen to this and they're going to be like, oh my God, we have to watch. This is classic.
Okay.
Nice.
Anyway.
Well, cheers. Hey.
Cheers.
Here's to the podcast. Ding.
Woo. All right.
James will have to put in like a little clink if it didn't come through.
Anytime something fun happens, it goes clink.
All right. What are we doing like that? Mm-hmm. All right. Perfect.
Show that baby off. Oh my gosh.
All right. 0
it tastes
days.
like caramel.
0 Day Sense.
0 Day Sense. 0 Day Sense. We had a podcast.
Where did we come up with the title?
0 Day Sense is like just this. I don't even remember how it came up. We just started saying it one day.
Well, it was the whole idea of the signs that say how many days since the last incident.
Yeah.
And so
It was like, there was like one day we were both just, I think it was when we were working on Andrea's like really big order, like over Christmas time. We were both just honestly probably delusionally exhausted and doing anything to entertain ourselves while we were working. And it was like things kept coming up that kept happening over and over again that was like probably shouldn't have been funny, but was funny. And so it's like 0 days since Jason complained about Chelsea being late, or 0 days
since I glued my fingers together. But it was always like, it wasn't like how many days since the last incident. There was always 0 days.
It was 0 days
on something.
since whatever the thing was happening right then. And it just kind of became like an inside joke, and it turned into really funny. And so now it comes up all the time.
Yeah.
0 days. Usually it's 0 days since Chelsea was late.
But we could use it almost for anything.
We can. It really can.
We said, well, that'd be a funny title for our podcast.
Yeah.
As we're kind of journaling our lives through this
So-
empire.
So today it's 0 days since we started a podcast, and it's kind of crazy to think about just how far things have come, because we're a year and a half in, really.
Yeah. And I think that's what I think that we can look forward to.
Yeah.
Is there's always going to be fresh material.
Yeah.
Just our lives in general, all the things going on. And then how it integrates within just the company that we're building too. And it's just comical.
Yeah. Well, I'm just thinking like starting a business from scratch, from zero, is so hard. And to see just look back on how things started and the progress of like, now we're sitting here doing a podcast talking about it, hoping to inspire other small business owners in a fun, entertaining, and relatable way that maybe like, it doesn't have to be that serious, guys. Like, just have fun and like love what you're doing. And so, I don't know. It's just kind of cool. Like, it's kind of hitting me sitting here right now. Maybe it's a sip of whiskey, but I'm like having a little moment. Like,
nice.
Wow. Yeah. I'm sitting with a microphone in front of me.
Yeah, I know.
Like I'm somebody.
Nice. But I'm also imagining through this whole process too that there's so many cool people that we're meeting. I think being downtown with my store, we run into all sorts of people out of town, and just the conversations that we have. I think there's always going to be something new that's coming up that we get to share.
Or like a new connection to be made.
New connection.
Somebody knows somebody.
Yeah.
I think my favorite thing with that is like when people recognize it now, they're out and they see the purse and they're like, hey, I've seen that downtown. Or like in front of me, they won't know that I'm the one that like makes it, or, and they're like, hey, I saw these at the Museum of Art, or, something like that. Yeah. And I'm like, that's
Mountain
really
Lemon
cool.
Lodge.
Yeah. Mountain Lemon Lodge is a big one.
We're still waiting to see it out in the
Out in the wild. Yeah, out in the wild.
What does that mean?
So that means like organically seeing your product out on the street. And like, it's such a cool moment. Like, I'll never forget the first time with my clothing line, the first time I saw somebody wearing it that like I did not know personally, and I just saw them from afar, and like the visual of seeing a person wearing something I made and like walking past me having no idea I'm the one that made it. Like, that was like a really cool, like I didn't need the recognition for it in that moment. It was like seeing that was like the recognition I needed.
Totally.
Because she's out wearing it. She thought of that outfit that day and decided that made her feel good, and that's what she was wearing out in the world for people to look at her. And then like I got to see her and I was like, I made that.
Well, and the fact that you didn't know who that person was.
Right, yes.
Now, you may have in this situation, but like that's what we're also looking for is like we typically are in the process when we're selling them.
Yes.
Right? But now we're waiting for the time when we get out there and someone just has it and we're like, we have no idea who that person is.
Right.
Like, I didn't do it, did you? No. This random person picked it up at one of our places.
Yeah, and so it's going to take a lot for me not to run up and be like, I made that.
They'll be like, weirdo. We're over on the side. We're just
They're like, great, it's got good thunk factor. Smack me on the
We're
head.
like giving them unsolicited. Oh, I remember thunk factor.
Yeah.
We have some with spikes that are like, I don't know who you people are.
It's a weapon.
Well, I think it'll be fun too in this podcast too is that, we started thinking about all these different titles, but what is one of the major questions that people always ask us?
Are we married?
Yeah, right. And so I think having this podcast too, where it's like, and building this company when we are non-married spouse or partners and this whole thing too, just navigating through that, I think also adds a level of dynamic.
Yeah, it does. There's definitely a balance that has to be found that it's day by day, minute by minute sometimes.
Well, half the time you're working them at your place.
Yeah.
I'm working them at my place.
Yeah, that's the other crazy thing is that we are not doing this out of like a factory. We don't have a workshop or anything. We're literally doing this out of yet. Okay, yes, yet.
Right.
But we're doing this out of our houses, which is like just speaks to like you don't need the perfect setup. If you have an idea and if you have, the tools and the talent, or not talent, well, yeah, maybe talent, but like if you have the means to be able to put something out into the world for people to enjoy, you don't have to have the perfect setup to make it happen. The setup will come eventually. Yeah. It may take...
There gets a point where, like, efficiencies come into play.
Of course. Absolutely. But, like...
But we were...
I think...
I can't wait to tell the story about, like, how we got started up at Forge and we... That'll be one of our podcasts is, like, 0 days since we almost killed ourselves, and tell some of those stories.
The poor Tesla man. But I don't know. I think we get so caught up and hung up on perfection that it keeps us from starting. I know in like when I'm writing, it stops me a lot because I need to have everything like a scene completely mapped out and like know from beginning to end what's going to happen. And that never happens. Like I'll get into it with a plan and then I'll start writing and then it completely goes a different direction most of the time. And so have a plan, yes, but like be flexible with it, and it doesn't need to be perfect. You can just whatever you have, make it work.
Yeah.
I mean, who owns Amazon? Which one of them? Jeff Bezos. He started out like in a garage. Like I remember when Amazon was just books and it was mostly used books and you traded them. Oh. And it was the first time you could trade used books online, at least that I knew of at the time. And it was like pictures of him like in his basement or in his garage, like with a little desk and like boxes of books all around him. And he was operating Amazon from that. And now look at it. Like it's insane.
Yeah.
So I don't know, just start and everything else will fall into place.
No, 100%. Like, and there's the old saying where it's like, it's 50% something better than 100% of nothing. Sort of, but it's like, just get out there. And how many times have we made different variations on the Timber Tote?
You just showed me a new one today.
I did?
On the wallet.
Oh, yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just added these like little tabs, that was from someone coming into Proper.
Right.
I was like, what if you did this? I was like, that's actually a good idea.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Let's go with that.
Oh my gosh. When we went from the teeny tiny little holes to the big holes.
Okay. So let's put this into context, right? Yeah. So the Timber Tote has this little, what do you call it?
Stitch. It's got like a stylized stitching across the front. So it's a wooden purse. It's made out of wood. When we were designing it, I wanted it to look like a purse. Like I wanted it to have the same details as a regular leather purse. And the extra cool factor is that it has those details, but it's made out of wood.
Right.
And so I wanted this stitching detail across the front flap of the purse. It was non-negotiable. I think Jason tried to talk me out of those stitches for months.
You think I'm that strategic?
No, you were like, this is bottlenecking us. This is bottlenecking us.
It was. Yeah.
Yeah, but how fast have I gotten? I'm so fast now.
Yeah. Muscle memory, right?
Then finally he got on board, and then you even bought me the clamp.
Oh yeah.
So I could double needle it.
Which you haven't used.
You know what happened though was because because I made the mistake of telling Andrea that we could have the little tiny holes because she likes the tiny holes. Yeah. So like one of our biggest clients right now, she wanted the tiny holes, and I was like, yeah, we'll do the tiny holes. Meanwhile, Jason's like, oh,
cringing over inside.
But
I don't have to stitch. So
yeah, the double stitch doesn't work with the tiny holes. So I don't know. We were doing so many of hers that I just I forget. Anyway, why did I even bring that up?
I know, right? Just talking about how we moved from the small holes to the big ones.
Yeah, that was nice because now they're so fast. But anyway, these little holes, they get drilled in with the laser, and so and then I go in with a stitch. The stitch has no function other than style,
other than it makes Chelsea
aesthetic.
Happy.
Yeah, it makes me happy, and then everyone else is happy. So.
And I'm like, I don't even know. This is all brand new. I never thought in a million years I'd be selling purses.
People love the stitching. When they
People love the whole thing.
But the first question is this wood? And then they're like, yeah, and touch it, knock on it, whatever. And they're like, how did you stitch it? That's usually the next question. And then I say, well, our laser.
Yeah, I usually get like oh my gosh, you hand stitch each one. I'm like, Chelsea does.
Yeah.
They're like, dang.
I just kind of zone out.
There you go.
It makes my brain quiet.
You stitch them while you're doing some of the other content.
Yeah, I do.
Talk about your day.
Yeah.
On the other platforms.
Yeah. I got multitasking, queen of multitasking. I was literally straightening my hair on a Zoom this morning. And being praised for how good I am at multitasking.
Just trying to survive.
And it stresses you out too because I'll see I feel like sometimes you don't think I'm listening to you when you're talking to me, but I'm doing something else. But I swear to God, I hear you better if my hands are busy. I'm comprehending what you're saying better. Unless I look at you like this.
Which we've got that picture of. It's a sticker.
Yeah. Or I'll go, huh?
Ugh. Yeah, right. All right. Let's see. What's happened over the last week? I think that's always like a topic we'll throw in here too.
Yeah. Well, is it really the last week? Maybe can we stretch it out to a couple weeks?
Sure.
Because
100%. What's the big one starting? What?
Scarlet.
June 1st.
Adding Scarlet.
Yeah.
That is huge.
May 1st.
May 1st. Yeah. We added a whole other human to the business, which is a huge accomplishment just for the business itself. But it's really exciting because it means I don't have to do that job anymore. Jason doesn't have to do that job anymore. And so bringing Scarlett on is really exciting. And she killed it.
Yeah.
So we have 4 new accounts.
Yeah.
And she sold
40-some?
40
in a week.
I think 42 purses in 1 week.
Yeah.
Which I was like, 42 purses, it's amazing. And then I was like, we have to make 42 purses.
You got to stitch 42. Right?
So it's like this like double-edged sword. It's like super exciting and like feels really good. And then you're like, oh, now I got to fulfill that. So then it gets really stressful, but
right.
It's also fun.
Isn't that the joys of an entrepreneur, though?
Yeah.
And a business owner? It's like these peaks and valleys.
Yeah. I have to be honest with you. I dread the day that it gets to the point where, like, I don't have to be as hands-on in production. I dread it. Why? I love it. I am such a hands-on person. I like creating. I like doing things with my hands. I
Can you think of it this way as though don't dread the day, look forward to the day when you can do as many as you want to do.
I guess that's true.
Because then you can jump in and just be like, hey,
you're
team.
You're like the king of like new perspective. And you're like...
I always have these like one-liners.
Sometimes I want to sit in my self-pity. And then you're like, yeah, but what if we look at it this way? And it's like a really good perspective.
That's true.
That I can't argue with.
Just like kill your moment.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
You're like,
no, I do love that.
Be upset.
I do. I'll just like waltz in one day in like a fluffy robe and be like, I want to make 5. And I'll just pick 5 and make them.
You're like, listen, she wasn't like that when I picked her up.
Oh no! Don't ever let me get like that.
No, I promise.
You'll probably have to drag me out instead.
I'll keep you in check.
No, you'd have to drag me out.
I'd say something probably about the fluffy thing. I'd be like, where'd you pick that up at? Twice as nice? Sorry, Twice as nice. Probably a great philosophy company.
I used to go to Twice as Nice all the time, actually.
Did you?
Thrifting. It's good for the environment.
I went there one time for a Halloween costume.
You did?
No, it was a ugly sweater contest.
Oh
so
my God.
My ugly sweater contest, best ever.
Yeah.
Wore a white shirt with a tie, and I had a 3T sweater vest that I put on, so it only came to like here. And I had
3T as in toddler.
3 toddler. Like went to Twice as Nice, bought this thing, and I put it on, and it chafed my armpits.
Yeah, no kidding. How did you even get your? I imagine you like not being able to put your arms down.
I could, but you end up chafing your armpits.
Yeah. Ouch.
Ended up winning the contest. My tie's like hanging out the bottom and couldn't get it off. So I'm like home. Marielle's like, I'm like bent over like this, and she's like ripping it off.
Yeah. I've only ever been to one ugly sweater party when I lived in LA, and I had gone to my grandma. I said, hey, I'm going to this party. I need to borrow a sweater. And she was really flattered. She's like, you want to borrow one of my sweaters? And me not even thinking about it, I was like, yeah, it's an ugly Christmas sweater party. She goes, oh, okay, you can come look at my sweaters. Oops. So I went and I looked through my grandma's sweaters. I couldn't pick one. Her sweaters were impeccable.
Come on.
They were beautiful. I loved every single one. And I was like, none of these are ugly. Like, I can't. I found one in my aunt's closet, who's a hairstylist in Los Angeles. She had the ugly sweater. Love you, NTV. But
we went to another one, and it was Marielle and I in one sweater. So it had like 2 head holes, but only had 2 arms.
I've seen one of those. It's like they have they're big giant sweatshirts, and it's one sleeve all the way across. So you're in your own individual sweater, but the sleeve is attached to another person. And it's like, so you don't lose your bestie in a crowd.
Oh my gosh.
So I told Scarlett, next time we go out drinking, we have to have that.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine how hard it would be to climb a tree?
Oh my God.
Sweater that's connected to each other.
Oh my God. This girl, every time she drinks, she's up a tree. Literally.
I went to go visit Jameson's new elementary school, and they've got this playground. And one of the most exciting things about the playground is this huge field, and it's surrounded by like fallen logs and like trees that they've grown specifically so the kids can climb them. And it's designed for kids to climb the trees and the logs and stuff. And I was like, I want to do that. Like, that looks fun for me. Can I leave the tour and go climb the trees?
What did they say?
Well,
you're like, my adult brain came on board and was like, not appropriate. Don't
I'm the mom.
You're like Jameson on the weekends, though.
Yeah.
We'll jump the fence.
Yeah. I'll go pick him up. I'll park the car. We'll go to the playground for like 20 minutes, and we'll climb the trees. Sounds perfect.
Love it.
We're probably going to do that at Agua Caliente
on
this weekend.
Saturday?
Yeah. Yeah, there's that one tree that goes down and up, and you can like walk on it and then climb up the side. It's Jameson's favorite tree to climb.
Okay.
So
I've been there in years.
Oh. It's really pretty. The turtles come out and they'll just like come right up to you now. Anyway.
I'm looking forward to Saturday, I guess.
Are you going to go?
Yeah. We already talked about this.
No, I know. But you made it sound like I needed to go like represent because you couldn't.
No. I was just saying, like, are you guys available?
Oh, okay.
But we're going.
Okay.
We're going, right?
Yeah, we're going.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. You heard it here.
Yeah. Committed. I will be there at 9 a.m.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Donuts.
Yeah. Yeah. Donut. I'm motivated.
Yeah.
How do you get me there? Sugar.
Yeah, right? Or liquor.
Or whiskey.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Are you done?
No. Still
Do
going.
I need to catch up?
Yeah. How much more do we want to chat about?
You could leave that in if you want. Me choking on the whiskey. I don't know.
I think that's kind of like what we want out of this thing, right?
Yeah.
Out of the podcast. Have some fun.
Well, yeah, we want to have fun. We want to kind of journal our progress. It doesn't always have to be, like, we may not always constantly talk about Timber Tote specifically. It's what we have between us.
Right.
But we are both solopreneurs, like, before this.
Right.
And now we're embarking on this journey as, a partnership. So that's always an interesting dynamic. And then
we didn't really talk much about ourselves either.
Yeah, well, we got plenty of time to do that.
Yeah.
It'll come out eventually.
All the different.
Yeah.
Because each one of us are running like 3 companies.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
We'll get to those stories.
Yeah, that'll come naturally.
Although I don't have a 5-year-old.
No, you do not.
No, I've got a 19 and 16-year-old.
Yeah.
Which is a whole another set of problems.
Yeah, my 5-year-old did not want to get dressed this morning, so.
Well, maybe they're not too far off. My oldest doesn't want to get up and go to work.
Yeah.
It's getting better.
But I don't know. I guess for me, I want to humanize the process of business ownership. I think that a lot of times it in a lot of people's minds, it becomes almost robotic or unemotionless.
Sure.
And you kind of forget that there's an actual human making things happen, no matter how big or how small the business is.
Sure.
I just want to humanize it a little bit.
Well, the struggle's real sometimes.
It is.
I mean, we were talking about that earlier today, right? Because I do the financial planning stuff, and I'm watching CNBC, and the Federal Reserve Chair is talking about unemployment looks good, economy, all the data shows that it's strong, but yet some of the solopreneurs, the struggle's real, and so I don't think we're alone.
Right.
In the hustle,
Yeah.
in just like summer in Tucson.
Yeah.
Retail.
Brutal.
Yeah, it is.
It's
so
hard.
I think that's what makes Timber Tote a little bit different too. I mean, we chat about this, we have the ability to create activity, is what I'd call it, as opposed to just like some of the traditional retail places wait for people to come in.
Right.
But, with the direction that we're looking to go, connecting with wholesale, all we have to do is be like, well, where do people go now? They don't come to the 100 and hot places. They go up to Flagstaff. They go to
Clear Lake.
Clear Lake. They go to Alaska.
Right.
So that's where we just start reaching out to these kind of places and say, hey, you're going to have the tourism. This is where people are going to be coming. But we can create that where if we just had a traditional retail store, that'd be tough.
Yeah. There's flexibility in that.
Sure.
And I think that's necessary too, though. No matter what your structure is, having the flexibility for those ups and downs and anticipating them, but also just remembering that, let it be what it be. You know what I mean? Don't get passive about it. But I think we're so hard on ourselves. I know I'm very hard on myself internally.
In regards to what?
Just in general, my self-worth is wrapped up in my productivity.
Oh.
So if I don't have something making me feel productive, then I am a worthless slug. And that's hard. That's me being hard on myself.
Sure.
But I think that a lot of solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, business owners, I think a lot of us have that mindset for whatever reason might have led to that.
Sure.
I think a lot of us have that and we feel that because so much is riding on. I just read a book about, it was a romance book, but the protagonist, the heroine of the story, she was taking over her father's business and she was frustrated because he was splitting the job between her and another person, and she felt slighted because she felt like her father couldn't trust her in taking over the business, even though that's all she's ever wanted. And it was a miscommunication because his ultimate thing was, I worked so hard, I missed so many things, and it took so much of my life and time to build it to what it is. I do not want that to happen to you. I've built it to the point where you don't have to do that. And that was a really interesting point of view to like read in a little romance novel, but like still I was like, oh, that's so true. Like building something from the ground up is such a different thing than like, even passing it on to someone, or it just takes so much of you.
Or having something that's got momentum already built, a brand.
Right. Yeah. And I think there's a lot of ego involved, but then there's a lot of humility, and that's a really interesting thing to maybe explore.
Yeah.
And also some of the more serendipitous elements of it, when things are falling into place versus when they're not, and like when to recognize that, I think is all really important to consider.
I'm looking forward to one of the podcasts where we talk about ChatGPT.
Oh, yeah, I'm dreading it.
Oh, you could write a whole novel on ChatGPT.
No, you cannot. Don't get me started.
Didn't we do a challenge on that?
We did, and I won.
It was.
Should we read them on the podcast and then see?
We could
have people vote.
That'll be the challenge. Will be like, what was it? It was like a 50-word.
Yeah, I definitely went over 50 words, but it was the challenge was I posted it in a contest, and I got 5th place.
You did not tell me that.
I didn't?
No.
Oh my God, this was like, when did we do this? This was like probably 2 years ago when we actually did this.
Something like that.
But
I think it was when we were coming up with the name, because we used ChatGPT to come up with the.
Oh, yeah. And we were debating on whether or not ChatGPT was even. I cannot stand ChatGPT. I think there are settings and places for it, but as a creative writer. Okay, but we were in a debate over, and we were trying to prove each other wrong, and he came up with a prompt of like, in 50 words, in an emotional way, describe
No, you actually said, time, like, do a story.
Yeah, do a story of the last time you're seeing somebody and make it emotional or whatever. And so ChatGPT came up with one, and like then I wrote seconds. One. Yeah, I wrote one. It took me about half an hour. I wrote it, and it was beautiful, perfect.
More than 50 words?
And yeah, it was more than 50 words. But I put it in on vocal.media. It's like a writing community.
You never told me that.
So
that's awesome.
I could have sworn I told. Maybe I told. I don't know. Anyway, but I put it in a contest and it won 5th place. I didn't win a prize because only the top 3 win prizes, but I did win 5th place with it.
Yeah,
so
but still.
Take that, ChatGPT.
Girl. I'd like to think that I was part of that.
Yeah. Well, I think that is kind of giving you a gist on what things are going to be like.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Say it.
I'm hoping.
Don't you say
it. I know. I was about to.
She ends all conversations with this awkward pause and.
Okay, bye.
The end. I'm like, oh my God.
Okay, so I don't know. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna talk about our trials and tribulations.
I need my reading glasses.
Our wins.
Used to this.
Our age difference.
Oh Jesus, that's gonna be fun. I got mistaken for 34 the other day.
Oh, yeah. That's lovely. That's younger than me.
I know. What?
No, that is my age. How old am I? What year is it? 2025?
We were Marielle and I. We were talking about that last night. You were born in 90.
90. I turned 20. Oh my God.
No, you don't.
I turned 35 in 2 weeks.
Yeah. You don't even. What year was I born?
Ew.
Yeah, you don't even know. You can't do the math. That was. You need an abacus to do that. Yeah. That's pretty good.
See?
78.
I remember things.
All right. So I guess stay tuned for our next episode. We already talked about this. What was the title going to be?
Oh, 0 days since someone asked us if we were married.
Yeah. We thought that'd be a good one.
Yeah, so
since we get that all the time.
We kind of want to just go into the dynamics of partnership, having come in as solopreneurs, the dynamics of partnership.
The differences between just like spouses in a partnership, non-spouses partnership, and just a partnership in general.
Yeah.
Because that comes with tons of different dynamics.
Yeah.
So, well, we were also going to call it, 0 days since we killed someone? Tried to kill them?
Killed someone with toxic gas.
Oh, yeah. That was this week.
On accident,
that was when the solar panel guys were out there.
Yeah.
And I was cutting them.
Yeah.
Almost killed them. So, all right. Well, hey, our social media, some of those plugs. You can follow us on the Timber Tote.
Yes.
On the Instagram.
At Timber Tote Purse.
Facebook. Yeah. At Timber Tote Purse. Those are our handles. That's what they call it, right?
Do you want to do your personal?
I'm trying to be young.
Do you want to do your personal Instagram and stuff?
You
can. Well, I don't want to do it if you're not going to do it.
No, nobody. All I do is put pictures of the Timber Tote and woodworking
I post
stuff
a lot of stuff.
And a couple of the boys.
I post a lot of stuff. Okay, whatever. Timber Tote Purse. At Timber Tote Purse. You'll find me on the other stuff.
Yeah. If you got any questions, or maybe some of your wildest small business stories.
Oh, yeah.
Or any questions, you can email us info@timbertotepurse.com.
Yeah. You guys may not have questions because you don't know us and trust us enough to answer them yet. I promise we'll be entertaining. But I want to know stories. I want like wild stories. I want funny stories. I want...
Joe at wildatstory.com says...
I want uplifting stories.
Very good. All right. Well, we're 0 Days Since, pretending to be professionals. We'll see you on the next one.
Okay, bye.